have a fantastic live stream facility, and I know a lot of your members are going to be shouting for you from their couches. Those of you who are here around the green, please make sure that your masks stay on at all times. We're going to start off, hope my mic gets all the way there. On B2, we have...
Florence, moet ek hierdie ander? So.
Ek gaan nie kerm nie. Ek het nou vir hulle gevra as die pryse uitdeel maar vir soos maskers opvol.
Ja.
Dis net wel ek is op die greens dan kan.
Jy mag van die sonderlig, jy mag. Ja, ja. Sounds like a Wingate Park finals.
Yeah. Wingate Park Club champ.
No.
There's something fishy with it.
No, it's all good, all good.
Bernardus van der Spey and Gillian Bingham, Wingate Park versus Nomata Muvhango versus Tabelo Muvhango from Discovery. Mario Lees is the flipboard operator. Good bowling to everyone.
But the rules didn't change for sport. No spectators for
I know, but it's stupid.
But you're not spectators. No.
But what we say, it's stupid. Because you can go gatherings outside, 500 people.
Yeah.
But sport not.
No.
So why
And
not?
you know what? Actually, I think they need it sometimes. You know, just to boost things.
So how can you say outside gatherings 500?
Yeah. No, young, I get me.
Yes. But golf is not a sport, is it?
It's a gathering.
It's not an Olympic sport, it's not a sport. Not a sport, Believe me, they'll never come here.
Yes. And then you're all on the screen.
Okay, too late. There's a lot of people there, the spectators, a lot. The cops will never say anything, Why don't you come here?
Because it's not being said right. You can't say gatherings outside 500. And then you say sport now. You can't say like, it's but it's not said right.
Gareth, are we staying static on the trial ends or do you want to follow? Thank you, you're so kind.
Welcome back to Wingate Park. We're here for the finals of the Gauteng Open, one of the most successful and biggest tournaments in the country. Probably the second biggest, Nico. Welcome to you.
Thank you,
Nico,
Cliffy.
Chairman of Gauteng North Bowls. And it's been a great event. People are very complimentary to the organisation, how it's been handled. Great committee you've had underneath Basil. Well done to Basil and his team.
Yeah, it's always nice to run a tournament with competent people in charge. They worked very hard. It's actually the same committee that started with the arrangements for the 2020 Perfect Delivery Gauteng Open. And COVID decided that we're not going to host it in 2020, so the same committee actually worked then for about 18 months to to put this tournament together. So they had ample time, but it's a lot of frustrations.
Yeah, it was fantastic organisation. I've never been part of a tournament where I sort of ran it at my home club, Kalani, and the calls, visiting to see that things are going on. That's never happened before. Are you guys ready? Are you phone calls? It was fantastic. It was, not just left in the dark. It was wonderful to see.
Yeah, we had a bit of a problem not only with COVID, but also, of course, with the moving of the tournament from July till now, because this is the time normally when we redo our greens.
Yeah.
So the greens are all in between, but and some clubs have been redoing their greens already, so we had to utilize some of the greens in JBA as well, for which we are very thankful.
Fantastic. And well done to you in the committee. We're in for a feast of bowls right now. I mean, we have the great Jason Evans, we have Nico Ben-Jurek, the current South African singles champion in the pairs final. We couldn't ask better.
Yeah, it's fantastic. It's been a fantastic tournament, and we've got great players competing in the finals today.
Thanks very much, Nico. See you afterwards.
Thanks, Cliffy.
So, at the moment, everyone's just playing trial heads, and my co-commentator is just going to color code so we can bring you all the results all the time. We're going to be bringing you in the beginning the mixed pairs final, being played on ring 6, and we'll be switching to the conclusion of the men's singles finals between Bruce Manning and Jason Evans. So just bear with us while they play the trial heads.
Now my day is ruined. How are you? I'm alright, you? Good, fine, thank you. You must be proud of these two youngsters, eh? Yeah, yes, yes. Thank you. We're just watching the trial heads here in the mixed pairs final between Nomata Mavungu, son of the great Morgan Mavungu, and Tabelo, his sister, against Bernardus van der Spey and Gillian Bingham, also from the home club Wingate,
Well done to Wingate, as we said earlier. Many great players here. From the club, as we said earlier, over 40 provincial players. And once again, thanks to our sponsors, Academy Brushwear and Perfect Delivery. Without you guys, bowls would be struggling, and allowing us to bring you all this live streaming here. Sun's come out, wonderful weather. Bobby very busy here, trying to work out who's playing who, how, what. And Bob, we're in for some great bowls.
Morning, Cliffy. Morning to all the viewers out there. Thank you for tuning in and watching. We'll keep you updated with all the scores. We've got 5 great finals here this morning. Mixed pairs final will be streaming. We've got the men's and ladies singles final, as well as the men's and ladies pairs final. Our main game should be an epic game between 2 young bowlers from Discovery, Nometa Movangu and Tabelo Movangu. They are the son and daughter of Protea bowler Morgan Movangu. So looking forward to seeing them in action against a veteran in Bernardus van der Spy, professional lead, and his partner Gillian Bingham.
Yes, I had the privilege of actually running a section of the pairs at our Kalani club, and Nometa and his dad Morgan lost in the first round of the playoffs at our club, and it was a pleasure to watch them. Nometa, a very good drawing player.
And we've got his sister Tabelo. Tabelo won the South African ladies pairs this year with Colleen Pickett. And she really impressed. They played the finals at Roosevelt Park early on this year. So she's a South African champion. And we've got a bit of an intruder here on the green this morning. We haven't got any streakers, but we've got the second best as a little rodent running across.
Little meerkat.
We should see some great bowls now. The sun has come out. This morning it was a little bit chilly. The greens were a little bit heavy. We expect the greens to speed up slightly. So we could be running at about 13-14 seconds. The players enjoy the quicker greens. So we should see some great bowls this morning. All the finals, all the players have come a long way. There are a lot of entries in the Gauteng Open this year. So we're down to the final 2 in each event. So congratulations to all the players. As we said earlier, Wingate are very well represented here in all the finals. In the men's singles final, we've got Bruce Manning. In the ladies' pairs final, we are missing a Wingate side, but there is a side from Linwood, a local team. In the mixed pairs, we've got Bernardus van der Spy and Gillian Bingham. In the men's pairs final, it's an all Wingate between Niksha Bengurik and Brendan Ferns. And in the ladies' singles final, an all Wingate final, Ria Potgieter versus Marisol Rousseau. It's quite interesting that we've got quite a lot of representation from one family here today. Marisol Rousseau, a young lady from BGN, is making a mark in bowls, is playing in the final. And her father, Andre Rousseau, is playing in the pairs final with young Brendan Ferns, who's dating Marisol Rousseau at the moment. So it's all keeping in the family.
And you've got Nometa and his sister.
Yes, it's lovely to see a brother and sister play, and they get on so well together. Particularly Tabelo, I'm very impressed with her personality on the green. A very bubbly person.
So as we said, we'll be bringing you mixed pairs final, and we'll be also watching the men's singles final closely and bringing you the end of that game.
And we'll update you with the scores as we progress on each game. I know a lot of viewers there are interested. They've got their favourites playing all over the place. So we will be updating you with all the scores.
Bruce Manning 1-0 up on Jason Evans and lying a good 2. He's just trailed the track.
He's holding 2 shots. Bruce Manning was telling me before the game, he said he's undecided which bowls to play with. Apparently he's got a number of sets of bowls, and it all depends on the rink. He has a look at the rink and then decides what bowls he's going to play with. But he's decided to play with his Tiger Pros. In this game, he said he was playing with an Aero early on in the tournament. Jason Evans is playing with an Aero.
It always amazed me, Bob. My whole life I've always played basically with one set. Do you always change your bowls for different games? No.
I think it's important to, a wide range of bowls that have come out in the market now. Obviously, it depends on the green surface. If you're playing in Australia or New Zealand, you cannot play with a Tiger Pro or a Tiger or a Aero groove. The bowls will bend far too much, so you have to go for a straighter line bowl. Similarly in South Africa, we don't normally play on quicker greens, but in the winter, if the greens are running, sometimes it is better to go for a tighter line. And you can get, for example, an Aero groove on the summer, and you get an Aero revolution to play with in the winter months. So a lot of players do have 2 sets of bowls nowadays. It's not like in the old days, players had 1 set of bowls and they played with that set for 20 years. Things have changed now, and
technology is taking over.
Technology is new colours coming into the game, everything. And Tabello drifted through with the first and with a great adjustment. Always a sign of a good bowler, how they can adjust. And it was a great adjustment by Tabello.
And always easier to adjust from being heavy than from being short.
And there you go, Bernardus van der Spy, very slow player, very rigid player. And we're talking about different types of bowls. Bernardus, because he plays professionally a lead, he will look for a straighter line bowl. And he's playing with a dreamline bowl. Very, very straight type of a bowl. And Bruce Manning has now taken a 2 lead up on Jason Evans. That's a great start by Tabello. Well bowled, Tabello.
Morgan. I see him standing in the distance because we're not allowed spectators around the green. So he's watching intently his children. Nice for him to see his kids in the
Morgan
final.
must be very proud of his son and daughter who are playing here today. Yeah, that's the problem now with the straighter bowl with Bernardus. You can't get it both ways. If you're playing with a straighter line bowl, that's it. You've got to take a lot less grass. And when there's a ball in your way, that is the problem. But it's a great start there from Tabello. And there we got Mameto, who's also settled in straight away. Great shot there from Tabello. These 2 young players, Mameto, like to start off well, will build up their confidence. Most of these young players are confidence type players. When they are playing well, they normally get very good after that. So it's important that they do start off well. Gillian Bingham playing with a little bit of weight to try and dislodge the shot ball. She's turned Bernardus' bowl behind the jack.
Freedom.
Given her an opportunity now.
Yes. Ja, alsjeblieft.
Gets is staying on his backhand.
Ek dink na elke skoot maar.
I agree with him. I'll change the
Yeah,
forehand.
it's important to play the forehand now to try and rest the back ball. If you can rest the back ball out, you can actually make 4 shots. I don't think he's playing with weight to get to it. He might have needed possibly a little bit of weight to turn it through, but he's actually drawn another shot, I think.
Same shot. Like good. Don't give it a bit more country.
William has got a good shot to play. She needs to just play with the yard and wait to either get the yellow ball in front or the jack level ball. She's very close.
Just
Possibly-
one bend, lazy bend.
Possibly a little bit wide. Now, Namata's got a very good shot to play. If he puts a meter of weight on with his last and rests the purple bowl at the back, he can make 5 shots. And it'll be a great start for them.
Seems to like it. I don't know if he's got enough running
Well,
to
I
rest
don't think
it.
he's playing for the bowl. He just
Yeah.
looks like he's trying to draw.
Yeah.
Well, that's another good draw from him, but I don't think it's in the count.
Nameta was also a runner-up in the Sable singles this year, so very
Yes,
good.
nice to
joint
see
runner.
young players coming on. As we said earlier on, there's been a number of young players here in this Gauteng Open he's played this year, which is really refreshing for the game. And she's very close, and I think she's actually got the shot. Yeah, there's a great shot there from Gillian. Having a good look at it. So that's a measure.
She made a great shot there on a straightish hand.
So that's a measure between Gillian's bowl and the 2 bowls from Discovery. I don't think the back one is in. I think it's a measure between the 2 front ones.
2-1 to Manning against Evans. Evans at the moment on the mat.
Yes, that's 1 to Gillian Bingham. Great shot there from Gillian. Nice to get off to a good start. So Gillian Bingham and Bernardus van der Spey 1-0 up. The Discovery pair, no matter. And Tabelo Movangu. Well, Bernardus wanted to throw a longer head. He did bring the mat up possibly about 2 or 3 meters, but he's lost the jack. A lot of these leads, they prefer to throw the jack. They feel that they can get the speed of the green by throwing the jack and then to have the first ball.
Okay. Oh, do you only when they come in?
Yeah, that's it for the delivery.
Bernardus has got a very rigid delivery,
Stand up. Am I
very
not
straight
in the
arm
way?
action,
Okay.
and he plays with a very tight ball.
Very good weight.
Weight.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, all right.
Tabella is very, very close.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, it's a good start from Tabella. It's very good from Tabella. She hasn't dropped any balls short of the jack yet, which is a very good sign from a good lead, particularly in a pairs game. Short balls are killer when you're playing 3-ball pairs.
Jason Evans just got a 2 to go 3-2 up against Manning.
Men's pairs, Brendan Ferns picked up on the first couple of heads, so he's 2-0 up against Niksha Bengurik.
Bernardus with a good line here. He can trail the jack, it would be good. Yeah, he's trailed the jack, he's made 3. Putting pressure on Tabella.
Ladies singles final. Ria Potgieter has got off to a good start. He's now 3-0 up on Marizal Rousseau.
Both teammates, club mates.
Another one of yours, Morgan. Another grandchild, one of yours.
Good weight again. All 3 of her balls were pretty good weight there from Tabella. I think Bernardus is still holding the shot, and he's got 3 balls within that meter range. Bruce Manning has just played a great shot. He's trailed the jack for 2 against Jason Evans. The men's pairs final, the first couple of heads they've been playing a little bit scrappy at the moment. Both leads are battling to adjust with a length at the moment. They're battling with their weight.
Line looks good. Square. Flip that ball either side, Pete. Not two.
Gillian Bingham, the last end, she played 3 weighted shots, so she's still battling to find her range in the drawing, carrying 2 meters of weight. It's a good shot for now for no matter. It's a nice bucket to draw into. And Bruce Manning has played another great shot. He's moved the jack again for 3. And Jason Evans will probably be coming to have a look at the head, but he'll probably have a run at it. And well done to Nameta. I think he's just drawn the shot. Well done, Nameta. It's drawn number 1.
Gillian just running by, a little narrow and heavy, yard 3 is first 5 balls heavy. And Mata looks on a good line here. Very, very well.
That's 2 great draws from Nameta. 2 great draws. And Jason Evans has just had a run and he's taken 2 of the balls out to leave Bruce Manning with 1 shot, and Bruce Manning has still got a ball to draw.
Thanks, Freeman.
Forehand, Gillian. Could be 3 down here. Looks pretty good here.
Gillian Bingham is very, very close to get to number 1. I think he's drawn the shot. Well done, Gillian. She actually turned the back ball through for 2. Bruce Manning gets 1, so now it's 3-all in the men's singles final. We will be switching games as well. We're trying to get some of the men's final singles game as well.
One to rate.
So it was a good start there by Gillian Bingham. Just played 2 good bowls, first 2 heads, taking a 3-0 lead now. Very experienced Gillian Bingham and Bernardus van der Spey. He's got years and years and years of experience. Playing against 2 young guns, Nameta Mavangu.
Ferns looks like he's lying 4 there for the last ball from Benjuric to come.
Yeah, Brandon Ferns played a great shot. He took the shot ball out of Niksha, who just drawn the shot, took it out for 4. Niksha's got his last ball to try and save.
Looks very short. Can you get there?
Well, Niksha's drawn second shot. Great shot there from Niksha. So it's only 1, so Brandon Ferns will go into a 3-0 lead. As I said, it's an all Wingate Park final.
Okay. You can do it.
It's a good start again from Bernardus. Bernardus will be doing that the whole day, drawing within a metre of the jack with most of his bowls. His line is normally pretty good, but as we said, he's playing with a straighter bowl.
Better, a little wide and heavy.
2.
Jason Evans struggling a little bit with his first 2 woods. 3 all.
Only 2 off, that's all.
Bernardus will be putting a lot of bowls in the head in this game. It's his game. He's a professional lead. And he plays lead.
Coming.
Tabella is just slightly over-adjusted.
Just a meter now.
Tabella will learn a lot from Bernardus in this game as a lead, how to play lead. Throwing within a meter of the jack every ball. Applying pressure, applying pressure, applying pressure. Try and break the opposition down.
Okay, give us a big one, you can do it. With this one, you're in.
Jason Evans playing his last bowl, 3 down.
Yeah, Jason saved himself the last end.
That looks much better.
Something put Jason off as he was about to deliver.
I'll make that way. Okay, alright.
Tabella, not her 3 best woods this head. Leaving the matter under pressure, 3 down. Jason, the master, looks like he's just drawn shot.
Yeah, I
with
think
his
he's probably
last ball.
maybe drawn shot or second shot there with his last ball. He was 3 or 4 down.
I think he got the shot there. He's got the mat in his hand. Great pressure shot, that's why he is who he is.
Well, Bernardus van der Spey has drawn 3 good shots, and Jolene Bingham has consolidated with the first ball. She's just drawn another
Very well.
to make it 4 shots.
But it ends very
So
well.
Nameta is under huge pressure here. Important to try and get the first ball close in the area, give himself a chance. He just nipped his grass slightly, maybe short of a couple of feet of weight as well. So if Gillian Bingham moves the jack even further back now, Nameta's going to be in big trouble.
Especially if he hides it.
Line is good again.
And she's very close again.
Close.
And the weight is better this time.
If Gillian touches it back, she'll bring the back one into as well, so that could be 5 shots now.
Big trouble here for no matter.
Yeah, Nameta is 3 down in the game, 3-0 down, 5 against him. Doesn't want to drop a 5 this head to go 8-0 down. And again,
I think he's up.
yeah, I think maybe the pressure is just getting to him slightly. It's not releasing the ball, so he could be 5 down.
They swing in here.
And Gillian Bingham is going for 6, which is a full house. And if she's a policy holder, it's 750 rand. If she's a policy holder from Perfect Delivery,
She doesn't look like she's up.
no, she doesn't want the 750 rand.
And the country.
Well, she's nipped in.
He's going to try
Could
to
be
get
6.
Could be 6.
Could be 6 down.
She needs to. He's in big pressure here. He's got better weight. He's got better weight.
Well,
here.
he's got much better weight this time, Nameta. He might even get the shot here. The great saver. Great saving shot. So it's 1 to Bernardus. So Bernardus goes into a 4-0 lead after 4 ends. Sorry, after 3 ends.
It was a big save.
Yeah, a big save. He didn't want to drop a big number there. 2 young players like that will be difficult to get back into the game in the final if they get too far behind. Particularly against 2 very experienced players, Bernardus van der Spey and Gillian Bingham.
Jason Evans lying 1. Next door, playing next door to this guy. Manning sticks the
Bruce Manning has played a good shot. He's put the jack in the ditch, but the jack has jumped forward out of the ditch straight to Jason Evans' ball.
Now let's move the mat up. Playing very well. He's on a very good track here. Just falling.
Yeah, you expect Bernardus to do that most of the game. Bernardus is an interprovincial lead for BGN. BGN bowls for a number of years. He played lead. Very consistent. Very in touch with his game at lead. He knows exactly what to do. So Jason Evans picks up another one. Jason Evans moves into a 5-3 lead.
Bruce very unlucky there with his shot, sticking the kitty in the ditch and it bounced off the bank.
In the all Wingate Park final of the men's pairs between Brandon Ferns and Nick Shabangurik. Brandon Ferns got off to a good start. After 4 ends, he's picked up 4 singles, 4-0. In the ladies singles, Ria Potgieter, who's playing her club mate Marizel Rousseau, both from Wingate, is 6-3 up.
Cloudy again, a little bit windy as well.
Yeah, the wind is starting to pick up now as well, which is not going to make it any easier for the players.
This looks a good line.
Very close from Tabello.
If he touches the white.
Well, Tabello's played 3 good bowls. 2 bowls just behind the jack, and then she's drawn number 1. Great ball from Tabello. Well, Gillian Bingham has been played very well in the first few heads. A very economical delivery. And she's just touched the jack, which got second shot, but it's made it very difficult for her to get the shot now. Tabello is probably holding a shot 6 inches in front of the jack.
Just drops a couple feet short.
Yeah, he didn't really want to be short. He had an opportunity to get to the back ball.
Yeah. He came off his mat slightly. Maybe it's the pressure. He's breathing quite deeply.
Gillian Bingham is very close with this ball.
Just running, I
Yeah, line is always good. You're playing with a good line.
She's the best line bowler on this rink so far. I agree with Bobby. Playing very
Niksha
good line.
Ben-Gurik has just drawn 2 great draws. Well, 2 for himself. He was 3 or 4 down. Drawn a bowl a foot behind the jack and a bowl a foot in front of the jack. He really has played incredibly good bowls this whole week.
And that's just missing to turn that green ball out. Very unlucky. Half a ball wide. Very good delivery from Gillian Bingham. She's got a lovely action.
Well, she's put a bit of weight on this time. I think she just added in a bit of weight. Well, Namata must have a good look at that head there, because if he turns that green ball through,
yeah, he's looking to do that.
If he can turn that ball through with a meter of weight, he could bring the other 3 balls into count as well.
Okay, thank you.
So he could pick up a 4.
That is the query that just want to make sure. Otherwise, we can amend it now.
And by being 4-0 down, to pick up a 4 in one head really will give him the kickstart to this game, which I think is what they need.
He doesn't like it. I think he came right off the mat.
Yeah, he didn't stay on the mat. He walked with the ball. He didn't have the weight for what he wanted. So it looks like it's 1 shot. They're on the board there. So it's 4-1.
What was it? 1 for you?
To Gillian Bingham after
Shots
4
he could have
heads.
made 4 or 5 there. Changed the whole game. But he's on the board.
Niksha Ben-Gurik picked up 2. So he is 2-4 down against Brendan Ferns after 5 ends. Marizelle Rousseau is playing her club mate Ria Potgieter in the ladies' final. He's 6-4 down against Ria Potgieter. And in the ladies' pairs final, it's a very close game there. Between Linwood and Edenvale. Linwood, Christine Murray and Marty Teron are playing against Jenny Jones and Charmaine Gardiner from Edenvale. And at this stage, the score is 3-2 to Edenvale.
Tabella with a great opener, just a foot and a half behind the jack. Always a good one.
There's a great start there from Tabella. She's very composed on the green. With a nice delivery, nice action. And true to form, Bernardus has matched that as well. She's just drawn the shot.
They have to change her hand.
Yeah, she can sort of keep her weight that she has been playing with. Try and move the jack. That's the option, to try and move the jack.
On a good line. Just nip the grass. Very good way to go.
You want not to fear.
Bernardus again. He's playing really good bowls. Always winning that meter area of the jack. And he looks like he wants to rest the back bowl. He's actually trailed the jack himself, which is actually very good thinking, because if Tabello had played that shot, he would have been in huge trouble, so he decided to play that shot first. Even if he had got to the back bowl, it would have been a good shot. So it's experience coming through there from Bernardus.
He's playing. Jason with a brilliant draw in the rink next door. Could be line 2. Tabella just running by. Oh, and Bruce Manning played a brilliant shot. Got a result
Yeah,
there.
Bruce Manning has just got the shot. He was 2 down against Jason Evans. And that score is very, very close at the moment. So the men's singles final looks like it could be an epic game. Bruce Manning is playing well, Jason Evans is playing well. Oh, that's another great draw from Bernardus. Hasn't left no matter much to play to. Might be a case of damage limitation here from no matter to try and draw second shot, try and beat Bernardus' last bowl to try and get second. And then possibly have a look at the shot bowl with his last.
Jason got an unlucky result. He was slightly narrow, turned his bowl out. He's now could be 3 down.
Well, that's 2 to Bruce Manning. So new leaders in that game now. Bruce Manning takes a 6-5 lead.
No matter on a very good track here.
And the match is very close to drawing number 1.
Very good try. 1 foot too heavy for the shot.
He was very unlucky. I thought he was going to move the jack. And it's a good starter now for Gillian. If she can reach Nameta's last bowl, she can make 3 shots. Everything was right there. And I think she's drawn another shot. Julian has drawn another shot. But it's given Nameta, it's actually opened it up for him now. He might be looking to play with a little bit of weight. There's 2 bowls to chop and lie on. He has got the best back.
Yeah.
So if he plays with 2 or 3 meters of weight and try and find the green bowl, his bowl will run through. If he gets the split of the 2 bowls, he could run through onto the jack or get the purple bowl onto the jack. So he's got 3 options on that hand, as long as he's got the weight.
He's
playing with a meter of weight.
You can get the split here.
He's got Tabella's ball into the head, which is now its second shot.
Still holding. You play to turn your ball 1 or 2 times. The yellow is virtually that level.
Sure, very good.
That was a great effort from Gillian. There's only 1 down. So Mata's only 1 down, but I think he's got to play the same type of shot. He needs maybe even a little bit more weight than his last, because if he gets the jack, he wants the jack to go right through. He doesn't want it to go to the green bowl at the back. So possibly a little bit more weight than what he played with. There is a danger that if he does get the green bowl off angle, he could take his own bowl out of the head and go 3 down. He's certainly playing with a lot more weight this time.
Yeah,
and he's very close to it. He's played a great shot. Great shot there. He nominated the shot and played it to perfection. Nice positive shot there.
Try again. Turn your ball 1 or 2 times, then it's a shot. And but you need that weight.
Great shot from No Matter there. He actually got a good result there because he could have moved it to the green ball.
He didn't have enough weight to get the jack right there, but he was looking for the half of the ball, and he got half the ball. He nominated the shot. Gillian has got a good shot to play now. She can get the yellow ball out of the head for 2 or 3. Oh, well, she sliced the jack, and that is a terrible result for her. She could go 3 down now, possibly even 4. Well, it's 3 shots. It's 3 shots, so Gillian was very unlucky on that bowl. She played the bowl she was looking for, sliced the jack, went 3 down to make the score 4-all after 5 ends. And the game is on. Well done there to No Matter. He played a great shot. He was under pressure. He was 2 down, turned it over, and he got a bit of fortune at the end there. But it's all on the scoreboard. It's 4-all.
Could be the turning point.
To keep them in the game. And with 2 young players like that, sometimes that's what you need to kickstart them. Bernardus and Gillian will be feeling the pressure now. In the ladies singles final, got Ria Potgieter playing against young gun, up-and-coming bowler Marizel Rousseau. Ria Potgieter at the moment is 8-6 up Ladies are having a good game. In the ladies' pairs final between Linwood and Edenvale, the score is now 3-all. And in the men's pairs final, it's a low-scoring game between Brendan Ferns and Niksha Bengurik. Brendan Ferns is 5-2 up after 6 ends. The men's singles final, Jason Evans has just scored the previous head. And to go 7-6 up on Bruce Manning.
And a good opener, not even a foot away. Very good ball from Bernardus. Thanks to us.
Yeah, Bernardus is not the type of player who'll be drawing you front touches and back touches the whole day, but he'll be putting his 3 balls in that area, and that's, I think it's what a skip wants.
Especially in a 3-wooded.
Yeah, and he's very seldom short of the jack, Bernardus. Always carrying it a foot or 2, looking to trail the jack. Very experienced lead.
Jason Evans seems to be hotting up quite a
Yeah, Jason Evans is drawing really well the last few heads.
He's got Manning under pressure.
Bruce Manning, he went through with his first ball, is over-adjusted to drop short with his second. Jason Evans should be holding 3 after this ball.
Bernard is very heavy there. Bella looks in a pretty good line, yeah, if she can hold. No, she hasn't got the weight.
Well, Jason Evans is holding 3 shots. Now, Bruce Manning has got a bit of a dilemma. Does he try and draw within 6 inches of the jack, or does he play with weight? Seems to me he's gone for the second option. He's playing with weight to try and trail the jack. It's a bit of a gamble. And he's missed it, so Jason Evans could be drawing for 4. That wasn't the best hit from Tabello. But fortunately, the closest ball is about a meter away. Gives Nameta plenty of room to draw. And I think last end after Nameta played a great shot, his confidence is up now, so I expect him to draw something close.
Jason Evans
is holding 4 shots.
Brilliantly bowled again.
Bruce Manning is having another go. He's 4 shots down and he's very, very wide. So Jason Evans picks up a 4 to go into 11-6 lead. And as predicted, Nameta with his confidence building up now has just drawn the shot. We will be switching over to the men's final after this end. The men's singles final. Some very, very good ends there. Would like you to witness some of the ends that will be played.
We'll come back to the mixed pairs.
We'll be coming back to this game when the men's singles final is finished. We'll just watch this end. Niksha Bengurik has just had a full run at the head and he's missed, and Brendan Ferns is holding 2. I think Ria's just sort of undergrassed at this time, but her weight was very good. Nameta is holding 1, so it's very vulnerable. It's the only ball he's got in the head at this stage. Nameta is very close with this ball. I think he's drawn another one. So there's 2 great draws there from Nameta, and he's sitting right behind the jack, which means that Ria cannot trail that jack anymore. The absolute perfect ball from Nameta.
Jason Evans drawn one.
And Nick Benguric with his last ball has just ran the jack into the ditch after being 3 down. Keep him in the game. If he dropped a 3 there, he would have gone 8-2 down. The score is now 5-3. So that's 2 now to No Matter, to Discovery. They go into a 6-4 lead. They were 4-0 down. 6-4 now. We will be changing, moving over to the men's singles final now.
Like your line.
I'm almost good.
No, that's and you wait.
Well, Jason Evans is holding 3 shots against Bruce Manning. Bruce Manning has got his last bowl. If he does not change the edge here, Jason Evans could be running away with this final. And again, he's run through, so it looks like it could be another 3 to Jason Evans. So it's back-to-back 3s from Jason Evans. Jason Evans moves now into a 14-6 lead. It'll be a long way back now. When Jason gets his nose in front, it's very difficult to beat. He'll be thinking he only needs 7 more shots to win this game. Forget about what's happening on the scoreboard. Try and get to 7 before the opposition does. As we said, sometimes some of these top players do break the games up into sets of 7. Try and get to 7 before the opposition, then wipe that score out, and then try and get to 7 before the next player. So Jason has reached that second milestone now of getting to 14. So he'll be thinking, this is our last game. We've got to play the first 2 7 wins. He's dropping about 4 feet short with his first ball.
Keep it there if you like. Yeah, that's more like it. Yeah, like it. On the boat. Come on.
Well, that's 3 very good draws there from Tabello in the mixed pairs. She's holding 3 shots. Jason Evans looking to adjust now with his second, which is exactly what he's done. He's drawn about possibly 2 feet behind the jack. Bruce Manning has just lost his weight the last couple of ends. Just seems to be overplaying his bowls. Maybe he's looking to attack, and he shouldn't be attacking. But the last couple of ends, he just seems to be running through. If Jason Evans applies the pressure now, picks up a 2, he could go to 16. Jason Evans has got 2 balls now within a foot of the jack. There's no real target for Bruce Manning. So that's a good shot there from Bruce. His weight was good. It could possibly be second shot.
Get it here. Turn my ball, slip it at the jack, or you set the shot ball.
Jason Evans has had an exceptionally good run of singles in the last couple of years. He is the reigning South African Masters champion. Also the reigning JBA singles champion, the reigning JBA Masters champion.
Okay, you picked my third option. Well ball. Still down.
And that's another great draw from Jason. So Jason could be holding 2 or 3 shots. So it looks like it's 2 in a measure at this stage. Important that Bruce plays a shot here to try and get back into this game. He's now 8 shots behind Jason. It's a long way ahead. Now Bruce has taken 1 ball out. It could possibly still be 2 down. It will be 1 in a measure. Just update you the scores of the other games. In the ladies singles final between 2 club mates, Marizelle Rousseau and Ria Potgieter. It's a very close game between the 2 ladies. At this stage, Ria Potgieter is 10-8 up on Marizelle Rousseau. In the ladies pairs final between Linwood, that is Christine Murray and Marty Teron. They are playing the Edenvale pair, Jenny Jones and Charmaine Gardiner. It's a very close game there, but at this stage Edenvale are 5-3 up on Linwood. And in the men's pairs final, it's a very close game between club mates Niksha Bengurik and Brendan Ferns. Very low scoring game after 7 ends. Brendan Ferns is 5-3 up.
That's better.
Brendan Ferns has just picked up a 2. So Brendan Ferns moves into a 7-3 lead after 8 ends.
Oh, brilliant.
And that's 2 great openers again from Jason Evans. Jason Evans playing exceptionally well in singles. Been very difficult to beat in the past few years of singles. Jason Evans played in the JBA Masters a couple of weeks ago.
Okay.
1 yellow.
Yes.
5, 6.
Oh, Bruce Manning is pretty close. His last ball is possibly 18 inches short of the jack. Jason Evans is holding 1. Bruce Manning's got extremely difficult shot to play to get the shot. And Jason Evans at this stage will just be thinking of chipping away with 1s and 2s to try and get to that milestone of 21 shots. And that's another great draw from Jason Evans. So Jason Evans is holding 2. Bruce Manning to play his last bowl. And like most of his running shots this game, Bruce Manning has gone wide. Just seems to be missing it on the wide side. not getting a bend to the jack. So it's another 2 to Jason Evans. So Jason Evans is leading 18-6 in the final. Pulled away the last few heads with a 4 and a 3 and 2 twos. So he's picked up 11 shots in 4 ends. In our mixed pairs final, which we will be coming back to later after the men's singles final, Bernardus van der Spey and Gillian Bingham are playing against Nometa Movangu and his sister Tabelo Movangu. And at this stage, the Movangus are 6-5 up after 7 ends. And in the big turn of events in the ladies singles, the young gun Marizel Rousseau is playing against her club teammate Ria Potgieter. For the first time in the game, Marizel has got into a lead. He's picked up a 3 to go 11-10 up. That game could be an epic at the end there. And in the ladies pairs final, Edenvale are 6-3 up on Linwood. Jason Evans is putting his first bowl a couple of feet behind, giving him the opportunity with his second bowl to attack the jack and move the jack slightly. And that's exactly what he's doing again. Bruce Manning is just, his first bowl is basically letting him down. He's allowing Jason to get in and dominate the head. Bruce Manning's running shots haven't really helped him this game.
No, Bruce is playing.
And that's what normally happens when you're 18-6 down. You get the wrong piece of the jack. You're 18-6 up, you normally get the full jack. That's another great draw there from Jason. So Jason's holding 2 shots. Well, Bruce Manning again, he played the shot, but no result. So he's still 2 down. And he'll be thinking everything he's trying to play for, nothing is working for him. But in the meantime, Jason is on 18, which means he can draw another shot, which means he will be lying game with Manning's last bowl to come. Now, very, very surprisingly, Jason has changed his hand. He's asked which is Bruce's closest bowl, so he wants to beat the bowl on the side. But he had just drawn on the forehand, and I think he's drawn another. So Jason Evans will be holding game with Bruce Manning's last bowl. And Bruce Manning is having a good look at this one. Again, he touches the jack. He doesn't get it full, but he has saved game. I think it might be second shot. Marizel Rousseau has just played a great shot. She's turned one of Ria Potgieter's bowls out of the head for possibly a 3. She just picked up a 3 the previous end. We'll be bringing you some of the other games. We'll try and get onto the ladies singles final after the men's final. The ladies singles final at the moment, Marizel Rousseau is 11-10 up on Ria Potgieter, on her club mate. So we will be trying to bring you that game after this game. Jason Evans picked up a 1 on the last head, so he's 19-6 up. He needs 2 more shots for victory.
Sorry for that, I've been away a bit.
It looks like Marisol could have picked up another 3 there. It's either a 2 or a 3, so she'll be moving into a 13 or 14-10 lead. We'll be trying to bring you the end of that game as well after the men's final.
I turned my back and it looks like Jason's running away with it.
Yeah, the last few ends, Jason has really been piling the pressure on, and it's amazing, you know, you call it breaking the back, the straw that broke the camel's back, and that's exactly what's happening. The pressure, constant pressure, every single head. As Bruce hasn't settled into his line and length, he's been changing shots, trying to play a few runners here and there which haven't been working, and now he seems to have lost his weight as well. Basically, Jason has just basically outdrawn Bruce.
Going to the back, quite right, covering the back.
Yeah, he's holding 2 now. It'll be just a case of game management. Even if he picks up 1, he'll be happy, pegging away to get to that 21. Last end, Bruce Manning saved game. He was 3 shots down. And Bruce Manning is still running through, so it's 3 balls he's played. He hasn't adjusted. He's gone through a meter of weight, at least a meter, maybe 4 feet of weight.
Interesting to see what Jason will play, yeah? Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, fourth shot.
Looking to see.
Yeah, Jason will be thinking that if Bruce Manning trails the jack, he could get 4.
Yeah.
So
I think he's just going to put...
We will try and cover those 3 balls, but it'll be a very brave decision for Bruce to try and trail the jack after being gamed down. So he's playing safe. He's trying to get to the 3 back balls. Now, Bruce Manning is in a dilemma. Does he try and go for the big shot to try and trail the jack for 3 or 4, or try and save game by drawing the shot?
I think he's got a draw. Let's see.
Yeah, looks like he's opted for the draw. He didn't get the ball cleanly out of his hand. And he's thrown it too wide. So Jason Evans has picked up a 2 to win the game, to be the Gauteng Open singles champion. Congratulations to Jason Evans. 21-6.
Another title.
That is to go with his JBA Masters title, his JBA singles title, and his South African Masters title. Great exhibition of drawing player there by Jason Evans. Bad luck to Bruce Manning. Had a great tournament, beat some top players along the way, but it just wasn't his day in the final. He came across a much better player, so congratulations to Jason. We will be trying to move over to the ladies singles final, where Marisol Rousseau is 14-10 up on her clubmate Ria Potgieter.
Yeah. Ring 3. We'll be going over to ring 3.
We will be covering the end of the ladies singles final between Marisol Rousseau and Ria Potgieter. In the, I'll update you with the other scores at this stage. In the mixed pairs final, we have the 2 young guns from Discovery, Nomata Movangu and his sister Tobelo Movangu, are playing against the 2 veterans from Wingate Park, Bernardus van der Spey and Gillian Bingham. And at this stage, the 2 young guns from Discovery are 8-5 up. In the men's pairs final, it's a low-scoring game there between Brendan Ferns and Niksha Bengurik. The score is now 8-3 to Brendan Ferns after 9 ends. And in the ladies' pairs final, Edenvale are playing against Linwood, and Edenvale are 6-5 up after 9 ends against Linwood. They play 18 ends. Niksha Bengurik is a couple of shots down, and he's had a full run at the head, and I think he's dropped 1 or 2 shots.
Meta No Matter drew a brilliant shot on his forehand there.
Yeah, so we've got the ladies singles final now between Marizelle Rousseau and her clubmate Ria Potgieter. Marizelle Rousseau, young gun from Wingate Park, is 14-10 up after 11 heads. And I think Marizelle might be line the shot. The marker says it's a measure. Well, Marizelle, so she had a good look at the head. She's got a good shot to play on her forehand by resting the jack level bowl out to possibly make a 3. She played a great shot last day to do this something similar.
She seems she could be a bit wide. It looks from her hand. Yeah.
Yeah, but the idea was good there to play the shot through the head. She's in control of the game. She is 14-10 up. The Ria Potgieter, the veteran from Wingate Park, one of the probably the most experienced players here at Wingate Park, is playing against a young gun, probably the least experienced player, young Marizelle Rousseau. And Ria Potgieter, she must think that she's shot down because she's playing with a little bit of weight.
Very wide.
Yeah. So I don't know what she was looking for there, possibly to try and get past the front ball to move the jack. So
too good.
It looks like Ria Potgieter has got the shot.
Pass the white is good.
Well, so it's 1-2 Ria Potgieter. So Ria Potgieter is 11-14 down against Marizelle Rousseau, and that game could be a classic at the end there, an epic. Both ladies are playing very good bowls. The ladies pairs final, Edenvale are 6-5 up on Linwood. And in the men's pairs final, club mates Brendan Ferns and Andre Rousseau are playing against Niksha Bengurik and Peter Fourie from Wingate Park. And at this stage, Brendan Ferns is 9-3 up, and Andre Rousseau has drawn 3 absolute pearlers. So it looks like they could be scoring this end as well. That's a great start there from Ria Potgieter. It's just what the doctor ordered. Ria Potgieter got off to a big start. She was 6-2 up against Marizelle. Marizelle has chipped away and picked up two threes in a row. Now taking a 14-11 lead. So it's important now for Ria to consolidate. She just picked up a 1 the previous head. Try and get back into this game.
Very good attempt here. Oh,
and that was a great effort from Marizelle. Ria Potgieter will
heavy.
know that she's been in this situation before. She has been in finals before. On the other hand, Marizelle Rousseau is pretty new to the game, so she will be feeling a lot of pressure, a lot of anxiety. And Ria Potgieter will probably know that or sense that. So it's going to be a big ask for Marizelle to hang on to a lead, to hold on to a lead of 14-11. It's 2 great bowls from Ria Potgieter.
Unbelievably good bowls.
She's given a bit of a target for Marizelle, but the chances are, and Niksha Bengurik, who was 4 shots down, has drawn an absolute pearler of a shot to get number 1. It was a big shot from Niksha. If he had dropped a 3 that end, he would have gone 12-3 down. He's drawn number 1. And there's still 7 ends to play in that game. Marizelle is attacking the head. I'm not sure if she should be taking so early on in her head. Possibly try and draw something close first. She doesn't want to
No.
drop a number this head.
She should have been building there. Just give it.
Well done.
So Brendan Ferns has had a full run at the jack. He's hit the jack, has gone out of bounds. They respotted the jack. His ball has bounced back onto the 2-meter mark, onto the tee. So that was a great result there from Brendan Ferns. Oops.
Trying Nick. On the bend now. On the bend.
Yeah, Nick's
Well, Nick's has run through with his last bowl, so it looks like he could be 2 down, which means that Brendan Ferns now goes into 11-3 lead. Marizelda So is still attacking the jack, even though she is 3 down. She's playing, it's a high risk, high reward game. If she does pick up the jack, she could pick up 3, but if she misses, she could go 4 down this head.
I think it was the wrong tactic.
Yeah, from the start, she didn't give herself a chance building up the head. She actually attacked the jack from the first bowl.
Yeah.
Important in singles to try and get your first bowl as close to the jack as possible. Apply the pressure.
Played another good wood here.
Maria, she's gone around the back, but I'm not sure she actually wants a back bowl at this stage. She actually wants Marizel to have another go at the head.
Close, yeah.
It's up to Marizel now. Does she decide to
Because I can't see anything
pull
on
that
the
jack
screen.
through or to try and possibly third shot? If she drops it 2, it's not that serious, but she doesn't want to drop 3s and 4s.
Pressure shot for her. She's got to stick to the backhand.
That is a big shot. You know, if she plays with a foot of weight over the line, she can actually reach the shot ball, get shot, get to the second ball, get second shot, or otherwise draw third shot. But the important thing is the weight here. She's taking the weight off.
She's got too much weight off, I think.
She's drifted away. It could still be 3 shots. So with that line that she played with, it seems to me she was still looking for the attacking option instead of trying to draw something close. So could possibly be 3. The ladies are having a good look at it.
Good line.
De assistent COVID precies.
So for those viewers that have just tuned in, Jason Evans has just completed his game against Bruce Manning. Jason Evans winning 21-6 in the final. In the mixed pairs final between the young guns, Tabello and Nometa Movangu, they are playing the experienced pair of Bernardus van der Spey and Gillian Bingham. The Discovery pair, the young guns, are 9-5 up at the moment. In the ladies singles final, which is our game which we're busy showing at the moment, Ria Potgieter has just picked up a 3 to make it 14 all. It could be a great finish to that game. Marizelda So was well down in that game. She did take the lead now, has just dropped a 3. And then in our ladies pairs final, we have Edenvale against Linwood. At this stage, Edenvale is 7-5 up in the game.
Here with Jason Evans. We've got to talk a little soft because the players are still playing, but well done again, Jason.
Cheers, my mate. Thanks. Thank you.
permanent feature of the broadcasting, so well done.
Thanks, mate. Yeah. No, it was a bit cold out there earlier, but the sun's come out and the green started speeding
You
up.
struggled the first 1 or 2 heads, and then
Yeah, I was just getting into it, you know. And, yeah.
that's why we switched over. We could see you getting into your stride. How was the green?
Green was good. You know, if you had to take your grass. I think the hand I was playing, the backhand going down was probably better. It was always coming back. You know, the forehand was just hanging out a little bit on the wide side, so I stuck to that side, to be honest, up and down where I could.
How did I'm sure he plays with different bowls. Every time I seem to see him, he's like my club mate Larry Berman, it looks like. He didn't play with those bowls early in the tournament, did he? Change for this game?
I think he played with them in the semis, but the games prior to that, I think he was with other bowls. So,
yeah, because I think he played with Tiger. It looked like Tiger Pros, which is a strange decision. I thought for this type of green, because it's bending, but it's not a winter green.
Yeah, look, I mean, I play with the Aero Crews, and you know they're pretty consistent as far as I'm concerned.
But well done, and another title. How many is that now? 4 in a row now, singles. It's unbelievable. So well done, and hope to see you soon.
Thanks, buddy. Thanks.
Well, the ladies singles final, I think the nerves are getting to both of the players now. It's the first real scrappy head that they have had. Scores 14 all. Ria Potgieter playing her club mate Marisol Rousseau. It's the case of the young guns versus the veteran.
Not a good head.
And Marisol Rousseau is holding the shot, but it's not very close to the jack. Very unlike Ria Potgieter, who didn't get her first 2 bowls close. And Marisol hasn't really taken advantage of it. Marisol's just dropped a 3 the previous head, so it's important for her to get back on the horse and to try and get something close in the next end.
She looks close here.
Yeah, Marisol left her too much room to actually draw. So when you drop a 3, such as Marisol did the last head, it's important to try and score the next head. Isn't too bad if she's having a full run at the head, which is very unlike a lady bowler, and she's actually got it perfectly, but I think she is still shot down. In fact, she might even be 2 down. So she's looking to run the ball out.
It was a great shot
she had
there.
a full run and she was on target.
Didn't have a big target.
I think ideally she would have liked to get the jack maybe. And having a good look at that, it's balls that are 3 meters away, 4 meters away from the jack. And she's conceded 1, it could possibly be 2. It was a bit of a wild shot that she did play. I don't think she needed all that weight.
Come on. Come on. Come on, Donnie.
So it looks like it's only 1 shot. She's conceded 1. So Ria Potgieter goes into a 15-14 lead in that game in the ladies singles final. In the men's pairs final between club mates Niksha Bengurik and Brendan Ferns. Even though it's a low-scoring game, Brendan Ferns seems to be scoring most of the ends. He's now 11-3 up after 12 ends. And in the ladies' pairs final, the ladies are having a very good game. Edenvale Bowling Club versus Linwood. Edenvale Bowling Club are 8-5 up on Linwood. Ladies that are playing there for Edenvale are Charmaine Gardiner and Jenny Jones against the Linwood pair of Marty Teron and Christine Murray. Ladies are having a great game, a great tussle there, 8-5 at this stage to Edenvale. Well, Ria Potgieter has dropped her first ball 2.5 meters short.
Very surprising.
And the last 10, she also battled. Is the nerves getting to them? That's what I'm.
He has a good opener.
That was a good well, she's about 1 meter through the head.
You only take a meter off. About. Very good. Touch it.
And Ria Potgieter has got a lot of experience, so she should be used to playing on a big stage. But it doesn't matter how many times you have been there, the butterflies do get to you when you're close to the winning to the winning pole.
Andre Rousseau in the pairs game, putting in a great display.
Yeah, Andre Rousseau he battled a bit this morning, but the rink that they played on was a very tricky rink. But he's really giving Brendan a lot of support. Most of the ends they're going down. He's holding 2 or 3 shots. Niksha has played some great bowls to get out of trouble, but it's difficult to score shots when you continually head after head after head, 2 or 3 down.
Pretty good wood
Well,
coming down here.
Marizal has drawn a very good bowl, and she could be holding 2. I think this could be a big head. If Marizal picks up a 2 or a 3 this head, she'll be in striking.
action.
Yeah, she'll be in striking distance. And her boyfriend, Brandon Ferns, is playing right next door to her. She's probably standing 2 meters away from him at the moment, having a good look at him. And her father is also playing on the rink next door. It's Andre Rousseau.
I don't think that's happened for many years, that we've had so many family members playing next to each other in finals.
Yeah, it's wonderful to see. Talking about family, on the end rink here we've got 2 young guns, brother and sister playing. Morgan Movangu, Naumeta Movangu. They are playing against the experienced pair of Bernardus van der Spey and Julian Bingham from Wingate Park. At this stage, the young guns are 9-6 up. Marizal is holding 1 shot.
It's a crucial shot.
Yeah, you know,
if she can rest that
when you
bowl on
get
the
to
flank.
14, you feel as though you're sort of in striking distance of the winning target to try and score as many shots in the next couple of events. Ria Potgieter has drawn, but I think Marizal is still holding the shot. So asking the marker. The marker's having a good look.
It's closer than we think.
So she indicated that Marizal has shot. Marizal has got a good shot to play to try and trail that jack. If she gets that jack right, she could possibly make.
Nixa, great shot by Nixa. Always won it.
Niksha is playing incredibly good balls. He was shot down a couple of inches from the jack and he's just drawn the shot again. Niksha certainly keeping that pair in the game. They are now 11-4 down, but he's saved a lot of shots in that game, Niksha. He needs a bit of help from Peter Fourie' lead. He hasn't had the best of games today.
They're measuring for shots in the game.
So the ladies are measuring, as ladies tend to do. They normally do measure.
No matter saving 4 or 5 against him. He got 3rd shot with his last ball.
Yeah, fine.
Games are all close.
Dan wacht je dan.
The ladies having a good measure there. They seem to indicate that Marizal got the shot, but Ria's not happy with it. Had another look at it.
Yeah.
So both ladies have now decided to take a bit of a refresher break. Might be a good thing, just to calm the nerves a little bit. And so it's one shot to Ria Potgieter. Ria Potgieter goes into a 16-14 lead at this stage. I'll bring you an update on the other games. Bernardus van der Spey has just picked up a 2. So the score now is Bernardus van der Spey and Gillian Bingham against the 2 young guns from Discovery, or 8-9 down. In the men's pairs final, between 2 club mates, Brendan Ferns and Nick Shebenguri, both from Wingate Park. Brendan Ferns is 11-4 up after 13 ends, so they've got 5 ends to play in that game. And in the ladies' pairs final, after 12 ends, Edenvale against Linwood. Edenvale are 8-6 up. In the men's singles final, Jason Evans won his 4th title this year by beating Bruce Manning 21-6 after 15 ends. The game was quite tight early on. I think it was 6-all, and then Jason moved into overdrive and really dominated the last few ends.
The men's pair is also having a break.
Marizelle Rousseau is having a chat with her coach on the side at the moment. That's Protea bowler Lorraine Victor. I think Lorraine Victor has certainly helped Marizelle quite a lot with her game. So it's nice to see her supporting her protege. And as we said earlier on, Wingate Park done exceptionally well. They've got players in virtually every game in the final. It's all Wingate Park ladies singles final, all Wingate Park men's pairs final, and then they've got a pair in the mixed pairs as well. They had also a player in the men's singles final. So in 4 of the 5 games here in the finals, Wingate were represented. Out of the 10 teams that were playing here today in the finals, 6 were from Wingate Park, which I think is exceptional achievement. Congratulations, Wingate.
Potgieter is still running through nearly 2 meters.
Yeah, we're back now. The ladies are back. So Ria Potgieter, first ball is 4 feet through. I think the next 2 ends could decide the game. If Ria Potgieter scores the next 2 ends, it's going to be very difficult for Marizelle to get back. But she's had a long chat now with Lorraine Victor, her coach. So hopefully she can settle down. And she's running through at least 3 meters with the first ball.
Struggling a lot.
And again, Andre Rousseau is holding at least 2 shots, possibly 3. Niksha Bengurik is walking down. He's felt the pressure today. He's been under huge pressure this day. He's kept his side in the game by only being 11-4 down. And this gives Marizelle a big opportunity now to draw the shot. The weight looks a lot better.
She's running out of steam though.
Well, totally over-adjusted, so she's from her first bowl to her second bowl, she probably adjusted by 6 meters or 7 meters.
I think that this pressure's getting to her.
Yeah, the last couple of heads, she just hasn't been playing as well as she was earlier on.
Potgieter doesn't look up either. Very poor shot here from Potgieter.
Yeah, both ladies are showing the tension now at the moment. If I can just tell you how they got to the final. Ria Potgieter beat Michelle Ashburner 21-20 in the semi-final. She beat Louise Wessels from Pretoria High School Old Boys 21-16 in the last 8. And she beat Nikki Neal, Protea bowler, 21-11 in the last 16. Marizelle Rousseau route to the final. She beat Protea bowler, or South African master bowler and Protea bowler Helen Janssen, 21-20 in the semis. She beat Tasha Huesen from Wingate Park 21-7 in the last 8. And in the last 16, she beat Katie de Flaminga from Pretoria High School Old Boys 21-11. So congratulations to both of them, but they're both showing signs of nerves now. The closest bowl to the jack is probably 5 feet away.
Yeah, and Ria's just pushed
Yes.
Marisol's in for shot with the last
So
ball.
if Marisol can draw another, yeah, she could go peel 16 all. So important thing is she must just stay away from those front bowls, rather be on the wide side. Certainly has taken enough grass, I think.
Yeah, I don't know if she's got enough weight. Let's see.
Yeah, she's drawn another. So well done, Marisol. That's at least 2 shots. I think it's 2, so it'll be 16 all now. Ladies have played 20 ends. Sorry, 16 ends the ladies have played, and the score is now 16 all.
Definitely looks like 2 shots to me. Right.
Well, the ladies, true to form, they are measuring again. There's been a lot of measures in this game. I've only played 16 ends so far. As the ladies tend to do, they don't like to give anything away, they measure everything. Well, Brendan Ferns is probably holding 2 or 3 shots. Niksha tried and save, but he ran through about 2 feet, which hasn't helped him much. And it could be a couple of shots, maybe 2 or 3 to Brendan Ferns. And when you look at Niksha, look at his body language at the moment. It looks like it's all over by the shouting.
Could be 3.
Well, that's 2 from Marisol, so 16 all. So both ladies need 5 shots to win. And in singles, it's the first to 21 shots. Ends don't count. So we'll see who's got the biggest BMT the last couple of ends. Marisol Rousseau, this will be one of her first major finals that she has played in. So she will be feeling the nerves. On the other hand, Ria Potgieter has played in numerous major finals, so she will be used to the environment. In the mixed pairs final, we're having a classic game here after 12 ends. The young discovery pair, the Movangus, are 10-8 up on Gillian Bingham and Bernardus van der Spey. And in the ladies pairs final, Edenvale are 9-6 up against Linwood.
And the ladies singles, they're really struggling with their first woods.
Yeah, the last couple of heads, the ladies really have been battling. Nobody's really taken advantage of it. And Marisol, she did leave the green last end to try and compose herself a little bit. Has now taken her hat off and changed her hat, her peak. Let's put her peak on. And she is trying different things. I think just to maybe try and calm herself down a little bit. There is a lot of tension for a young player. But she must just go through the process and just
wonderful action.
And just carry on doing what she has been doing. Don't try and change anything.
A beautiful delivery. It's a good wood.
Yeah, she's getting a
ran through a little bit, but last the shot.
Yeah, Brendan Ferns is now 14-4 up against Niksha Bengurik. 10 shots up.
And he turned the Potgieter turned Marisol a bit closer.
Marisol is holding 2 shots. If she can put the pressure on now and draw, say, a front toucher now, the pressure will be on Ria. Ria will know that Marizel's on 16, and to drop a 3 or a 4 here will be critical. Marizel hasn't taken advantage of it, which
Surprisingly also changed her
she
hand.
might come to regret that bowl.
I don't know why she changed her hand. Nothing had really much
I
had
think
changed.
maybe Ria's last bowl sort of put her off, so she wanted to play the open hand, getting there first. But she's just drawn 2 on the forehand.
Yeah,
now,
she's left the forehand open.
And very often when you don't take advantage of it, then player with the next ball normally takes the opportunity.
And that's exactly what's happened. Can Marizel draw another one, put the pressure? 3 here would be very good hunting. She just got to rest it. I would have played the forehand there, Bobby. Tried to.
Well, Marizel just had to adjust from her last bowl, and she's actually drawn another, I think.
Yeah.
So it could be holding 2. Ria's having a good look at it. She could be 2 down. She will still be fuming from last head when she was holding the shot and she actually turned one of Marizel's short bowl in for shot. So she must put that out of her mind now. She's walking slowly down, trying to get the breathing right. Do the same thing, compose yourself. Take a deep breath and possibly try and draw the shot now. It's a big ball that she's got to play now.
Yeah, this could. Crucial, you don't, at 16 all, you don't want to go too behind. Try at least get second shot.
Well, she's carrying a bit of weight again.
Yeah. No grass, not her best shot.
Well, they're having a good look. It could be a couple of shots now. They've taken one out. And the ladies again, true to form, they are measuring. I think virtually every single head this game they've had a measure. Brendan Ferns has now gone into a 15-4 lead after 15 ends, so he's 11 shots up with 3 ends to play.
Hard in 2 with a triple.
Which means that
pairs. Means they've got to get
Niksha needs a 4 and a 4 and a 3 just to peel, which is very unlikely. So that game is sort of wrapped up, the men's pairs final.
Yeah, Andre Rousseau's had a very good game.
And if you take a good look now, I think Brandon Ferns is more interested in his girlfriend's game next door because she is 16 all, playing for the Gauteng Open Ladies Singles title. And I think it's taken out 2, and it could possibly be 3. Looks like it's 3 shots, which is a big 3. I think Ria will be very disappointed in dropping that 3. Her closest ball was probably 4 or 5 feet away.
She was drawing them on a ticky earlier, as they say in the
Yeah, both ladies early on were drawing very close, and they both just seem to have faded away as the game has gone. I think Ria Potgieter, as you know, that's a big end that, and she's trudging very, very slowly back to the head.
Well, the clouds have virtually disappeared here. The sun is out. We're watching some very, very good bowls.
So
I hope you're
Marizelle
enjoying
Rousseau
it.
is now 19-16 up against Ria Potgieter. So she could basically finish the game on one end. All she needs is 2 shots.
And once again, thanks to our sponsors, Perfect Delivery, always helping us out, and Academy Brushwear for helping with the streaming. Please support our wonderful sponsors.
And in the mixed pairs final, we've got new leaders. Bernardus van der Spey and Gillian Bingham have picked up a 2 to go 11-10 up now. But the Mavakas have given a very good account of themselves.
Okay.
And that's a decent opener from Marizelle. Probably a metre away from the jack.
Yeah, Ria's definitely struggling. She's running by.
Yeah, but Ria's body language the last couple of heads doesn't look good. She doesn't seem to be happy on the green. Something's irritating her.
Put a cloth around her face for a minute. Never a good sign that.
No.
The cloth goes near the mouth.
And it's important for Marizelle to put everything out of her mind, forget about what the opponent is thinking, worry about herself, worry about her shots. And she's holding the 2. And her father, who's playing on the green next door, is having a good look at it. You'll be supporting her. Andre Rousseau is her father, and they are well up in their game, control of their game in the men's pairs final. So we could have a double family celebration here tonight. Again, Ria hasn't adjusted. She's carrying at 4-5 feet of weight. Put herself under huge pressure now.
She's really struggling at the moment.
And with Andre Rousseau and Brandon Ferns, this could be the last head of their game as well if they score. If they score the shot this end.
Mixer line 2.
Well, if Marizelle can get something very close with this ball, that's big pressure now.
She left a gap. Needs to take off a
Ria's
yard.
weight hasn't been good the last couple of days. She's been battling with her weight. Certainly taken the weight off with this ball, but how much has she taken
No
off?
lady who wants to hear that about her weight. Eh?
Well, she's dropped short now, which is a bad bowl. And I think that Marizelle is holding game. She's holding at least 2. She's coming to have a good look. And Ria Potgieter is walking up to the head with her hands behind her head, the world on her shoulders. And I think she realizes that she's got a lot of work to do with her last ball, otherwise it's game against her. So Nixia's picked up a 2, so the score is 15-6.
They're shaking hands.
And they're shaking hands, so congratulations there to Andre Rousseau and Brandon Ferns against their club mates Nixia Ben-Gurik and Peter Fourie. Andre Rousseau and Brenda Ferns.
Another title.
Another title to go with the South African pairs title. And on the rink next door, they're having a look at Marizelle Rousseau. She is holding against Ria Potgieter. So it looks like both at a similar time. So Burns is having a good look to see what's happening next door. Andre Rousseau. He's in for the title of the Gauteng Open Singles. Maria's taking her time with this ball. She's keeping on her forehand. She went through with her first two balls and then over-adjusted with her third to drop short. She's playing with a bit more weight this time. She's certainly not short. She's playing with a bit of weight. She's playing with a bit of weight. It looks like she's running through.
A lot of weight.
So congratulations to Marizelle Rousseau. Another title for the Rousseau family. Congratulations, Marizelle. She's the ladies singles champion, Gauteng Open 2021 against her clubmate, Ria Potgieter. I'm sure Ria Potgieter will be hurting, but at the same time, she'll be very happy that a young gun from the club, from her own club, has won a major title. Congratulations to the Rousseaus. 2 titles for the Rousseau family
within a
today, within a couple of minutes of each other. Congratulations.
We haven't seen that too often.
What we'll do is we will try and get an interview with the ladies, and then we'll try and move over to the last few ends of the mixed pairs final, which is turning out to be a great game.
You guys are murdering me today. Now they want us to move again. We'd be lucky if we pick up one.
We're back with you, watching the mixed pairs. Tabello, very close with the first ball, very good opener. Very compact, smooth delivery here from Bernardus. As we said, very consistent front ranker.
So we will be bringing you an interview now with the 2 champions, with Brandon Ferns and Marizelle Rousseau. But in the meantime, we've got a great game here. The lead has changed numerous times in this game. Between the mixed pairs final, the 2 young guns from Discovery, Morgan Mavangu's children, his son Nomata Mavangu and his daughter Tobelo Mavangu, are playing against the veteran pair of Bernardus van der Spey and Gillian Bingham from Wingate Park. And at this stage, the young gun Mavangus are 12-11 up after 14 ends. So we are in for a cracker of a game, a cracker of a finish. And the 2 young guns have shown great composure playing in a final. They've shown no signs of nerves at all. Credit to themselves, credit to their father Morgan, and a credit to their bowling club, Discovery Bowling Club.
Very great shot here coming.
And that's a great draw there from Tobelo.
I haven't got a battery, I'll have to use the live power.
That's what you want from a lead, 3 balls within a meter.
Yeah, they're coming now.
Bernardus going to try dead draw around on the forehand.
You want me to stand up or what? Or you can just sit down? What's the best? Yeah.
Bernardo's trying to draw on the forehand, got too much weight. Don't know if he was obviously looking to chop the bowl out.
It was a good effort there from Bernardus, but he's probably
a couple yards too ahead.
Yeah, I think this head is a very big head. They're playing the 15th head now, 4 ends to play. If the Movangus can get a couple of shots this end, they'll be moving into a 2 or 3 shot lead with 3 ends to play.
Yeah, no matter looking to draw one close, we'll rest on that purple ball.
Don't you want me to get you a chair?
A very good line here.
Well, that's a great draw there from No Matter. So he's holding 2 shots, but given Gillingham a good little target there, good little port to play into with a couple of meters of weight. If she does slice the jack, she will be holding the shot. So there's a double opportunity for them. And she's very close. She's probably a little bit on the wide side. Brilliant weight that she actually did play with. Now, No Matter must be careful. He doesn't want to touch the jack at all by running away from the jack and selling the shot. So he's going to try and reach the last bowl, the green bowl, and try and fall in. So a little bit on the wide side will be very good for him. Well, he almost did that. He almost touched the jack to be shot down. And I think that's the sort of line Gillian should be playing in there. That's exactly what Bernardus is calling now. He's looking for the side bowl. He can actually get both bowls.
Or squeeze the jack.
Or touch the jack the correct way. She doesn't want to get half of the jack on the outside to push it to the yellow bowl. She could go 3 down.
Wait, let's see.
Well, it depends how she gets the jack. Well, she didn't get the jack. She got the 1 bowl out, so it's only a 1 now. And Morgan, No Matter, has to be careful. He doesn't want to touch the jack
the wrong way.
But at the same time, he actually needs another bowl in the air. So his idea is to try and reach where the foot of Tabella, probably to a toe, to try and get to the green bowl and fall in. It would be a great bowl.
Very good line here. Has he got the weight? Yeah. Yeah, he's trying very hard.
Well, his weight is very good as well. He's playing with a lot of confidence. He probably knows his weight is good. And now Bernardus is calling for to draw the shot. But if he finds the bowl, looking to try and draw to the bowl to fall in for a shot, but if she turns the bowl through, she could make 3 or 4 shots.
Yeah,
or touch the jack for 3 or 4.
Or slice it.
Well, she's in the area.
She's in the area.
Possibly a little bit on the wide side. But if she gets a shot and she's fallen in, it was a great shot there. So that'll be 12 all after 15 ends.
1 yellow.
1 yellow.
Look at that one. Congratulations. Well done.
12 all.
Congratulations. Right, we've got our 2 champions over here. Marizelle Rousseau, Gauteng Open Ladies Champion for 2021. Congratulations. Tell us how the game went.
Thank you very much. To be honest, I can't remember a lot. I was so stressing in the beginning, so I was like nowhere. And then I started like finding a bit of rhythm. The greens are really quick, I must be honest. But yeah, luckily it went well.
And how difficult was it playing against your boyfriend next door and your father?
Oh, it's really difficult, but before we started playing the final, I said to him, you better not watch my game because I'm not watching yours.
Yeah, we watched a few times. We saw the eyes wandering, particularly from Brendan the last couple of ends there.
Yeah.
I think he was more worried about your game than his game. But it must have been a wonderful moment at the end there. Running off when your dad was next door and your boyfriend as well. So congratulations, a wonderful achievement for a young player like you. We wish you well in the future, and congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Brendan, congratulations. Gauteng Open Pairs champion with your probably future father-in-law.
Yeah, I hope so.
And to add to your national title that you won a couple of years ago, congratulations.
Thank you.
Tell us about your tournament slightly, and at the end there, you guys seem to you're a very good combination. I think you complement each other very well on the green. But just tell us about your tournament in general.
Yeah, the tournament was great. I enjoyed the change from the 4 balls to the 3 balls. I think it's a bit quicker. It's more strategic, can I say, because you can't really play all the shots when it's on, because you might only have 1 ball in the head, fewer balls. So it was a bit tough, but yeah, it was. I have to compliment BGN and Gauteng Bowls for hosting the tournament. Everything ran smoothly. Everything was organised well. The greens were good. It was a bit tricky this afternoon with the wind and so, but yeah, we managed to sneak through. And it's such a privilege playing with Andre. You know, from the first day we played together, we just clicked, and it worked. You know, so yeah, I'm very happy for the both of us. But yeah, I didn't really have too much of. My mind wasn't really on our game too much at the end there, like you said. I was just watching Marizal, even though I was told not to, but I couldn't resist it. You know, I'm so proud of her. Such an amazing achievement. She's only been playing for 3 years since she stopped. So yeah, I think it's such a massive achievement, and I'm so proud of her. You know.
And then we're looking across the green here. Always sees Wingate players. On 4 of the 5 finals there's Wingate representation. All ladies Wingate final, all men's pairs Wingate final.
Yeah.
What is Wingate doing? How are you guys producing so many good players, and particularly young players? It's wonderful to see. Everybody wants to know what the secret is.
Yeah, you know, I don't really think it's too much of a secret. It's just a club where there's no hassle. You know, we all just here to enjoy our bowls. We just play. And we encourage each other. It's like a big family, and we always say it. We've got groups and stuff where everybody's just supporting each other, you know. And it's just that camaraderie. I think that everybody just wants to get to that next level, and even if it's your mate going to the next level, it's just so awesome to see. So I think the whole setup at Wingate is great, and yeah, it's very appealing for other younger players to come play here, because we've got such talented bowlers here, and a lot of people you can learn from.
But I think we can also thank our president, James.
Yeah.
Yes. He's been doing really a great job in organising everything and making sure we're always all right. And so we've got really good management.
Yeah, our management is exceptional, and hats off to James and Friedel and everybody for running the club the way it is. And that's why I think we're getting the results. You know, the club are getting the results.
Well, Brandon, you're credit to your club, your district, and you as well, Marizal. Congratulations. I'm sure you're going to have a good celebration later on, and congratulations to Andre as well.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for chatting with us.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Management, because normally the executive of clubs and districts gets criticised, so it's wonderful to see, and that's obviously why there is a great spirit at Wingate, and hats off to them. Back to the action, as they say.
Well, Discovery are holding a couple of shots at the moment. Gillian Bingham's got a big bowl to play now. If she can touch the jack.
12 all.
It's going fast.
Check the line and just draw 80 meters.
She was heavy, 3 heavy woods.
Now Matt is holding at least, well, looks like it's 2 shots. So if he can draw for 3, it will put him 3 up with 2 to play, which will be a big advantage for them. And he's very close again. He just needs to run it out. Yeah, Tabella's giving him a bit of a clap, so it looks like that might be in the count as well.
Maybe, thank you.
Bernardus having a look. I think it's 3 shots. They're having a measure, but it looks like
Only
it's
the
3
jack
from where
level
we
wood.
are. Which means that the Mwangus will go into a 3-shot lead with 2 ends to play.
Good positioning
against the
three-wooded
experienced couple of Bernardus van der Spey and Gillian Bingham. Now Matt has walked slowly down to have a chat with his sister now. I think that's a good thing. Maybe just try and compose her a little bit. She might be a little bit nervous playing it. She did win the South African pairs earlier on this year.
3 it is.
How many?
So these 3 shots.
3. 3 red.
So just giving her a bit of a high five, discussing tactics for the next head, telling her what length to play, giving her a little bit of encouragement. And probably the most nervous person of the lot is their father, Protea bowler Morgan Mavangu. He's sitting on the bank there, biting his fingernails, probably saying it's more stress to watch than to actually play.
Discuss their tactics.
Morgan has spent a lot of time with his son and his daughter practicing. They do practice a lot at Discovery.
He's going to throw a short head, is exactly what I thought.
So they've gone the shorter length now.
Now Matt's father in view.
There we have Morgan. That's the father of the 2 children playing, and no matter. That's their father. He's a Protea bowler. He's got a very good record. Won the South African singles a few years ago, Morgan. So he knows what it's like. He's been there, and he'll know the pressure, what his children are feeling at the moment.
Best opener. It would be nice if she was a little bit closer. Bernardus pressure on him if he gets one close here.
Well, that's a good opener from Bernardus. And I think that if he can score 2 this head, it'll be all to play for the last head. If no matter concedes this head, he wouldn't like to concede more than a 1. And she's very close, but possibly just need a foot of weight.
A chance.
Bernardus has got a lot of experience. He's played in this situation many times before. He's played in many finals. And he'll know that at this stage a short ball won't count at all. So he's sort of playing a little bit through the head, which is not a bad ball. Gives his skipper a chance. And it's a very good line as well. That's a great draw there from Tabello. Under pressure, playing the second last head of a major tournament. To draw within 6 inches of the jack is a great ball. And if no matter and Tabello can score this head, they will be 4 up playing the last end. So Bernardus has got the straighter ball that he plays with. And it's difficult to get around any type of ball when you are playing with a ball. So I think what no matter should try and do now is stay away from that head and possibly go around the back. Maybe come around to Bella's short ball on the forehand and try and reach something at the back. Doesn't want to build any sort of a target. You'll be happy the way the head is lying at the moment. You'll be happy to get 1 this end. So yes, he has. I think he's playing the correct shot. He's playing the jack level ball on the backhand, and possibly try and get behind the head. The idea was right, but he possibly needed a meter of weight on that now.
It up slightly.
But that could be 2 now, so if he's holding 2.
And Linwood looks like they have just won the ladies' pairs.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So we.
Yeah. Looks like they were 12-10 down, and it looks like they got a 3.
Yeah, the ladies' pairs final.
Measure.
They're having a good look there, the measure. The ladies' pairs final. Edenvale were 12-10 up playing the last head, and they're having a good measure for 2 or 3 to Linwood. And Charmaine Gardner skipped from Edenvale, covering her face. She doesn't want to look.
Right, let's see.
Yes, it's close.
Oh, very good try here.
Very good try, Julian. Another second.
So it looks like Linwood picked up a 3 on the last end to win the game by 1 shot against Edenvale Bowling Club.
No one's saying anything. Yeah, they picked up a 3.
So Linwood picked up a 3 on the last end to beat Edenvale by 1 shot on the last end. Congratulations to Linwood Bowling Club. The Ria Potgieter has got her last bowl to play. If she does not get the shot with this bowl, there will be 4 down playing the last. But she's got a good opportunity. Oh.
My co-commentator got a bit of Alzheimer's here.
Sorry. Gillian Bingham.
Gillian Bingham, yeah. We apologize for that.
Gillian Bingham's got a good shot to play onto her front bowl to possibly dislodge the shot bowl.
Yeah.
She's having a look to see whether it's 1 or 2. And I think that it's only 1.
I think she's got to look for the yellow bowl, Bobby, with a couple feet and maybe run onto the jack.
I think Bernardus is calling her on the backhand
Yeah.
to try and lift her green bowl twice into the air for shot.
I think he wants her to maybe even come off the green, or if she's slightly narrow, get the yellow. But I think the short bowl's in the way for that. It's going to be very interesting to see how she's playing the backhand. Can't be short.
Well, she's certainly playing with a bit
wide.
of
She
weight, but
looks
she's
too
thrown
wide.
it too wide. I think she probably took too long to play the shot in 2 minds there. So that's 1, 2, could be 1, possibly 2. I think it's only the 1 shot, which will mean that the Mvangus are 4 shots up playing the last end.
So it's 16-12 at the moment. Nice position at the moment, 4 up with a measure to come.
Well, they're having a good measure, but I think it's only the 1. Bernardo says it's only 1. So it's 16-12 playing the last end, which means that Bernardus and Gillian Bingham need 4 shots on the last end to get a peel. And they are playing 3-ball pairs, so a 4 is very difficult to pick up on a single end when you're looking for it. It'll be up to Bernardus now. Bernardus needs to draw 3 balls very close to give himself a chance. And again, they're playing the short head, which I think is a good move from No Matter. It's easier to get out of trouble on a short head.
Very well thrown, virtually. We want a little bit longer. Just needs to get 2 in the area, and I think it'll be over. But 2 of the 3 bowls close.
Yeah, if she can get a first bowl a foot or so beyond the jack, that should be good enough. Well, she's certainly thrown it out. The weight is pretty good, probably a little bit wide. It's not a bad bowl to start off with. Rather be through than short with your first bowl. Which means Bernardus has to try and draw 3 bowls with inside of that.
Running through.
Well, that doesn't help. It's not going to help him at all.
No, it's not the best.
So that's basically 1 ball that's going to be out of the count this end.
Very poor opener at this stage.
Well, Tabella's got a better line this time, and the weight doesn't look bad either. Yeah, it's a very good ball from Tabella.
Yeah.
Bernardus is a bit of a conundrum now because he doesn't want to be short of the jack because that'll be another ball will be out of the count. So I think the idea is just to try and draw behind the jack, give himself a chance with his next ball. Certainly has adjusted his weight. But he's still running through. So he's got 2 balls now beyond the head, which means that the only way they're going to get a 4 is if you travel the jack. And then it's not so easy on this green. So if Tabella draws just beyond the jack now, it's going to be extremely difficult now to pick up a 4.
She comes through is even better.
Yeah, she's gone beyond, which is a very good
That's
ball.
a good ball.
Very good home. Very good home from Tabella. So Bernardus now, well, he's played the 2 balls. He has to play with the same weight again and hopefully he can trail the jack.
Easy game,
Yeah.
Well, he's changed the weight slightly, but he's given Gillian an opportunity to try and move the jack for 2 or 3. The important thing is Bernardus wasn't short on any of his bowls, so he has given them an opportunity.
Yeah, she's got to try get that jack
Has
back.
given Gillian an opportunity. A short bowl wouldn't have been any help in this end, which is so no matter just has to cover position now, or possibly try and split the 2 purple bowls. I think he's playing the correct hand because if he does slip through, he's going to end up in a good position. Very close to what he wants. That's probably a perfect bowl.
Yeah, makes it harder for the jack to go straight back.
So Bernardus is calling Gillian to possibly move the jack 2 feet. It's the only way they're going to get a 4. Possibly carrying too much weight this time.
As no matter, I'll try and get to those 2 back bowls.
So No Matter can possibly just put another couple of feet on his last. I don't think he needs any more shots at this stage.
Yeah, I don't know why.
So
why she's
possibly
called.
put another 2 feet on to try and cover the back position.
I wouldn't be drawing another one, but he's not far.
Well, if he covers the jack with this one, well, he's holding 3 shots, but he doesn't really need 3 shots. The only way that Gillian can get a number here is if she possibly slices the jack to the left-hand side.
He's going to tell her to run the jack. It's the only chance they've got is to move the jack backwards. Personally, I would have gone to match those back bowls. Not the kitty going back slightly to the left.
If Gillian doesn't play the shot with this bowl, I think that will be all over, because I cannot see them getting a 4. So this is the big bowl. She's actually playing the backhand now, possibly to try and shove the jack right through to her 3 bowls at the back, but she's having a full run at it.
Oh, that's...
Well, there are 4 bowls about 5 feet behind the jack on the right-hand side.
He's just got to...
So he has to cover those 4 bowls, and if he does that, I think that will be the end of the game. It's going to be very difficult to get the jack where Tabela's foot is at the moment, but the possibility is there. So it's important that no matter reaches the back position.
He's on a good line here.
Well, he has pushed it a little bit now.
That's a great...
There is an opportunity for Gillian to move the jack where Bernardus is standing at the moment, where his foot is. So he says if the jack to his foot is 4, measure for 5. However, now Matta's bowl behind the jack is going to be very difficult. So now he's calling a snooker shot. He says jack onto the bowl and hopefully the jack jumps to the side, but I think there is an opportunity on the backhand. I think the percentages are on the backhand to possibly get the jack. Well, she's playing it on the forehand. I don't know if it's the correct hand to play, because the back bowl of Namet is probably in the way. Well, she's playing with a lot of weight. She won't get the jack there with that weight.
No.
And she's gone narrow. So congratulations to the Muvhango children. Nameta Muvhango. And we would like to get an interview with him. Congratulations to Nameta and Tabelo, Muvhango, Gauteng Open.
Mixed pairs, fantastic achievement.
Champions.
Okay, you can stand here and then we'll
nonsense.
take a photo.
Take 5, hey, well done.
Very well done.
Hey, well done, hey.
Say mascot.
Is it the mascot?
Yeah.
Next time I bring you my twins.
They can't be two like you.
Well done, Tabela, sunshine.
Well done.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can go get your ball.
Well done. What number, please? You want to stand in a little bit?
No, they
There we are. Smile. Lovely.
Thank
Very
you.
nicely played. Thank you.
Thank you for
Yeah.
flipping.
Yes, there we are. Very nice. Very nice.
Wat is gebeur in julle game? Mooi. Vat 5 man. Well done. Ja, let's put this. Ja. Maar ook hy het sulke mooi. Groot skote. Well done. Skitterend julle. No nonsense. Dis ek wens ek het daai stringetjie van jou op video vasgeneem. Dit was skitterend. Maar wel dan, wel. Maar julle game was tamelik close die hele tyd.
Well done.
Ja. Ja, that one. Ja, the three. That Jack. You were consistent every ball. Ek soek iemand. Ding is net niemand wil met
To Nometa and Tobelo Movangu, champions for 2021 Gauteng Open Mixed Pairs. But before we speak to them, let's speak to their father first. Champion bowler in his own right. He won the South African singles a few years ago. Protea bowler Morgan Movangu. How proud of you today?
Oish, you know what? I don't know what to say. I'm so proud of these two. I'm very, very proud of them.
And you must take a lot of credit. You must have spent hours and hours on the green coaching them over the years.
Yeah, not really, you know, but you know, when I was more on this game, they were practice with me, you know, more often, you know. So I think it pays off, you know.
And Morgan, tell us, sitting there on the side there, I saw you biting your nails a few times. How difficult is it watching? Is it easier watching or is it easier playing?
Yeah, you know, it's easy to watch, you know, sitting on the, you know, it's easy. It's difficult to play, you know, but watching, for me, was easy.
Okay, right.
Yeah.
Right, we'll have a chat with your two children. First of all, Tobelo, you could take the microphone, Tobelo. Congratulations, this is your second title this year. You won the South African pairs earlier on this year with Colleen Pickett. How does it feel to win with your brother?
It feels really good.
Yeah. Congratulations, you had a wonderful game in the final. We know that you were selected for the South African Junior Masters last year. Have you got your sights on anything higher in bowls?
Yeah.
Would you like to become a pro tier like your father one day?
Yes, I would like to.
Yeah, we wish you well. Let's speak to your brother. Congratulations, Nometa.
Thanks.
How long have you been playing bowls now?
That question is difficult because I can't remember. I think, wait, is it 9?
Yeah, 8 or 9.
8 or 9, somewhere there, but could be more. I'm not too sure.
And tell me, you and your sister, do you have any sibling rivalry? Do you ever fight on the green or do you ever argue?
Well, I've got a mark here. Well, since we started playing together, to be honest, things have changed. We've become more closer to each other. Although, yeah, I do have a mark here, but that was when we were still babies, yeah. So, but we've grown together and yeah, it's much nicer now.
Congratulations to the two of you. I'm sure you're going to have a good celebration tonight.
Thanks,
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you. Right, we will be back for the prize giving. For those viewers who like to stay tuned, the prize giving for all the events will be taking place shortly.
associated with you all, and we wish to congratulate you and your committee for making this tournament happen. I think I can speak on behalf of all of the players, and I think we're all very grateful for the time and effort that you guys have put in. So well done, and thank you very much. Also, just to touch on what Basil said earlier, thank you to all our perfect delivery policy holders. Without you guys, without the support, these tournaments don't happen. So to all of you, thank you very much. We also say to those who are not perfect delivery policy holders, please guys, approach us, give us a copy of your existing schedule, and we'll gladly see what we can do for you. At the same time, we can also be in a position where we want to support the club. So what this means is that every policy that is taken out via that member of your club, the first month's premium will be donated to your club. So I don't think that there's any way or any better way in which we can give back to you and your clubs. So I think Gees has got a great initiative going, and let's support him where we can. To all of you, the winners, well done. Runners-up, losers, hard lines, and we look forward to seeing you next year wherever it will be held. Thank you.
Okay, this was my first time on the sorry. So, die Engels is maar moeilik, julle. Daar in die Vrystaat waar ek vandaan kom, gebruik ons dit net uit selfverdediging uit. Okay, so this was the... Daar is belangrike papiere, hoor. Sorry, julle. Okay, let me try again. So this was my first time being on the organizing committee of such a big tournament, and I must admit that it would never have been possible with the help of a lot of people. It's impossible to mention all the names, so forgive me if I leave some out. First and foremost, my excellent and experienced committee, and I want to name them personally. So, Sanet Kritzinger, Florence van Zyl, Albert Broere, Len Kaver, and Gerard Wegner. Thanks, guys. You made it an awesome tournament. Then also, Geesje was also on the committee, and in his absence, thanks for his help. Okay, next on my list is Nico Bouchard for his valuable support, Anselm McLean for being there as a soundboard and for giving me advice. And we will not be able to stage a tournament like this without greens and the facilities of the clubs. So I want to thank all the clubs for their facilities. Also for the catering personnel, technical officials, markers, greenkeepers, and all other club members for giving up their time and their facilities. To the BGN Greens Committee for their time and effort spent to get as many greens available. Some of the greens were challenging, but at least we were able to play. Special mention to the 3 JBA clubs for stepping in at the last moment and gave up their facilities. I would also want to thank them for their positive attitude and support. Lastly, to Gauteng Bowls and Perfect Delivery for giving BGN the opportunity to host the tournament. I now ask Anselm McLean of Gauteng Bowls to address you.
Right, good afternoon, everybody. First and foremost, I would like to express our gratitude to Perfect Delivery for their continued sponsorship, especially during these trying economic times. I would also like to welcome Academy Brushwear and Pro Brand, who are new sponsors to Gauteng Bowls, for their sponsorship towards this tournament. I would also like to thank Nico and Bowls Gauteng North for hosting this tournament this year. This tournament was no easy task, with the date changes, venues that kept changing, withdrawals, late entries, and a host of other challenges which did present themselves. Daarom wil ek 'n baie spesiale dankie sê aan Basil Lagrange en sy komitee vir hulle professionele en doeltreffende wyse waarop hulle hierdie toernooi georganiseer het. Hulle het uitstekende werk gedoen onder baie moeilike omstandighede. Baie dankie vir elkeen van julle. And then lastly, thank you to all the players for your cooperation and participation in making this Perfect Delivery Gauteng Open a successful tournament. Thank you.
Okay, now for the moment that everybody waited for. So just some admin rules. The losing quarterfinalists already received the necessary documents to claim their prizes. I will just acknowledge them and only call upon the medalists to come forward and receive your medals and trophies. Okay, Florence, yeah, done. Okay, we're going to start with the mixed pairs. The losing quarterfinalists, Matthew Piri and Zed Waters from Edenvale, Leonie Durant and Michael Botma from Harlequins, S. Glenn and B. Storbeck from Bedford View, and Andrew Barrow and C. Edelkraut from Belgravia. Bronze medalists, Brandon Duplessis and Vicky Frost from Irene. And the other bronze go to Heinz Schliesser and M. Schliesser from Old Parktonian. I don't know whether they are here. Okay, then silver goes to Bernardus van der Spy and Gillian Bingham from Wingate Park. Well done, Jelle. Then the winners of the Perfect Delivery Gauteng Open Mixed Pairs, No Matter and Tabelo Muvango from Discovery. On to the women's pairs, losing quarterfinalists, M.C. Meyer and R. De Wet from Rustenburg, Louise Wessels and Marie Tennyson from Pretoria High School Old Boys, C.A. Westerfield and Mitzi Depree from Discovery, Linda van der Berg and Adriana Hanegraaf from Belgravia. Bronze, Carol Landfield and E. Binneman from Belgravia. The other bronze, Ina Fourie and Rolinda Fourie from CVCL Boys. Silver goes to Jenny Jones and C. Gardner from Edenvale. Okay, the gold medal, Marty Tron and Christine Marais from Linwood. Okay, on to the men's pairs, losing quarterfinalist, J.L. Roos Meza and J. Thompson from Leeuwkop, M. Doyle and J. Crawford from Roosevelt Park, C. Stein and B. Stein from Roosevelt Park, Andre Momberg and William Barfoot from CBC Old Boys. Then the bronze, Mike O'Connor and J.P. Reeder from Pretoria Military. Okay, the other bronze, Grant George and S. Creer from Kempton Park. Okay, silver in the men's pairs, Nixa Bengurik and Peter Fourie from Wingate Park. And gold medal winners, Brendan Ferns and Andre Rousseau from Wingate Park. Okay, now we get to the women's singles. Losing quarterfinalists, Sandy Carr from Irene, Louise Wessels from Pretoria High School Old Boys, Dorothy McInnes from Edenvale, and Tersia Goosen from Wingate Park. Bronze medalists, M. Ashburner from Bedford View, was dit gereël om te doen maar okay, sien net vir Florence en vir James. Okay. The other bronze medalist, Helen Jansen from Rustenburg Impala. Runner-up and silver medalist, Ria Potgieter from Wingate Park. Okay, and then gold, also from Wingate Park, Mariselle Rousseau. The last discipline is the men's singles. Losing quarterfinalists, Christo van Aswegen from Linden, Johan Leroux from Bronkhorstspruit, Gianni Gatti from Belgravia, and Niksha Bengurik from Wingate Park. Bronze medalists, Grant George from Kempton Park, and Charles Viljoen from Pretoria High School Old Boys. Okay, then the silver medalist, Bruce Manning from Wingate Park. The perfect delivery, Gauteng Open singles champion Jason Evans from Roosevelt Park. Ek gaan nou sê. Ja. Ja. Okay, Florence just alerted me. You can keep the medals, but unfortunately the trophies must come back to her. Okay, lastly, there will be a finger lunch for all the recipients of trophies and medals and invited guests. Thank you, everybody.